Please be seated. Yeah, we need to oil some of these graduating seniors this evening. Good evening. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to USAO's Fall 2014 Commencement exercise, and welcome especially to you graduating seniors. Welcome to our Christmased up campus, to all those who have assembled here this evening in Teata Memorial Auditorium. Indeed, the auditorium is dedicated to the memory of Teata Thompson, a 1919 graduate of what was then the Oklahoma College for Women. She was a world-famous stage performer, a Chickasaw, world-famous across the United States and Europe. Welcome to moms and dads and grandmoms and granddads, and perhaps a great one or a great two in the house, spouses, sons and daughters, aunts and uncles, nieces, nephews, cousins, friends, people who have all kinds of interesting relationships with our graduating seniors this evening, and reasons for being here. My thanks to Dr. Stephen Weber, Chair of the Division of Arts and Humanities, for our processional tonight. It is now my great pleasure to introduce a special performance by the USAO Chamber Choir. The Chamber Choir performs under the direction of Dr. Jan Hansen, USAO Professor of Music. The names of the performers are listed in your program. There are 14 of them. There are 13 students from across the state, mostly music majors, a couple of other majors thrown in, a math major, a history major, and for good measure, we've thrown in a faculty member as well. Dr. David Zodaway, Assistant Professor of Chemistry. Please.
For friendships long and family near, for all in life that we hold dear, let fortune smile and luck appear round the corner through each coming year. May all your days be ever full of love. May sorrow never come to call.
And for now we share this parting wish.
Farewell and joy be with you all. May all your days be filled with love. Farewell and joy be with you all.
Thank you, Chamber Choir. Dr. Hanson, absolutely, absolutely marvelous. Well, it says here comments from the President. What a treat. As the president of this college, it's my constant and permanent, indeed preeminent responsibility in as many public forums as possible to repeat in its most concise form the mission of this institution. USAO is a state-supported school, and in that regard is one of 25 colleges and universities which comprise the Oklahoma State system of higher education. The system is divided into groups, reflected in their types. One type of institution, two research doctoral universities, the University of Oklahoma in Norman and Oklahoma State University in Stillwater. A second type of institution in the state, there are 10 regional universities that are designed to serve their respective regions. They're located, they're four-year schools with some graduate programs. They're located across the state, such as in Weatherford and Lawton and Ada and Durant and Alva, Claremore, Tahlequah, and so forth. There's a third type of institution. There are 11 community colleges located in both urban and rural cities and towns, and they're designed to serve those communities and the immediate areas with two-year associate degree programs. In addition to these three types of institutions, there's a fourth type of institution. It's this one, and it's the only one in Oklahoma. It's a publicly supported liberal arts institution, the University of Science and Arts of Oklahoma. Its designed is to serve the community and students who decide to attend here and from the region, but it has a statewide mission, along with OU and OSU, the only other institution with statewide mission, and it's reflected in the student body. About 40% of our students come from the two major metropolitan areas, 20% from out of state, about 70% come from outside the southwest quadrant of Oklahoma. This school has the highest admission standards in the state. It has them for a purpose. That purpose is to invite bright and talented and motivated students from across Oklahoma and out of state to come and experience a rigorous and challenging academic curriculum. It is offered at a public institution of this type as both accessible and affordable because it is a manner of high-quality education that is most commonly found at elite, expensive schools, mostly out of state. And because of its high cost, it is a manner of high-quality education that many simply cannot afford. This is the sole purpose of USAO, and that is why it has the highest admission standards in Oklahoma. On this one residential campus to offer bright and talented and motivated students an accessible and affordable opportunity to experience high-quality, challenging, and rigorous academic study, opportunities most often found at schools which cost 3 and 4 and 5 times as much to attend. And so the question is properly asked, why would one choose to come to a school like USAO? Why would one choose this school and not a community college or a regional university or OU or OSU or any number of private institutions? And I would say first, of course, that there are a wide range of reasons why one would not want to attend this institution. That is one of the reasons why we have the highest admission standards in the state. It's not meant to be elitist or exclusionary, but to make it clear, USAO is not an open admissions institution, nor one of a type to try to be all things to all people, to serve as many different types of student needs and interests as possible. And we spend considerable time here counseling inquiring students, prospective students, that they will probably find a better fit at another institution, given their learning priorities and needs, that really don't belong here. But beyond this, why would you choose to come here to this type of academic experience, beyond those essentials of convenience and cost, or cost and quality, or educational preferences? Well, of course, you would be interested in the question of return on investment. If I attend USAO, will I find at the end of my stay here that the degree I earned proved valuable and relevant to my postgraduate plans and needs? I'd be interested in the question, will my degree pay off in terms of gainful employment, job satisfaction, personal and family health and security? The Oklahoma Security Employment Commission and the Oklahoma Tax Commission say that USAO graduates, after 1 year and after 5 years, are employed in Oklahoma at some of the highest rates for public colleges and universities. And you might be interested in asking the question, why attend here, in the more specific question, will I have access to operating in the hot postgraduate STEM market, science, technology, engineering, and math? Some of our greatest enrollment growth is in the sciences. Our math science programs here at USAO are very strong, with a number of students aiming to become involved in health-related fields, in medicine, in graduate school. And here's where I'll leave you with a few more comments this evening. Why, beyond the more practical wage-related reasons for choosing to come to USAO, the postgraduate employment reasons, why else would you come here? Especially, why else would you come here? Because here, no matter what your major field might be, your chosen realm in which you're going to do your in-depth study, we are also going to make you. We're going to make you. We're going to require you. If you come here as a freshman, you stay here and you graduate, and most do now, like it or not, we're going to require you to study across a wide range of academic fields in addition to what you study in depth, and require it in your freshman year, in your sophomore year, your junior year, in your senior year. We are going to require you to have a constant, never-ending conversation involving faculty and students, students and students, faculty and faculty, faculty and students and staff, to talk about, for example, science and technology, and how scientific development and technological development does not necessarily equate to moral or legal progress, or necessarily to human betterment, or necessarily to a more secure and healthy environment. We're going to ask you to deal with the question as to whether or not, in our pursuit of technological progress, we are surrendering some of our humanity. We're going to ask you to deal with the question of whether, in developing computer automation that leaves the operator of the machine to do little but simply type instructional sequences, we are de-skilling ourselves, and in the process depriving individuals of the kinds of knowledge and work experience long considered the preserve of well-educated and well-trained professionals. For example, in the case of doctors, ask the question, primary care physicians who rely increasingly on computerized diagnostic systems, is it impoverishing their ability to make firsthand and personally informed decisions about a real person's diagnosis and treatment? Ask you to deal with the question of whether or not our foreign policy, our military involvements involving Afghanistan, Iran, Iraq, and Syria might have been better conceived and implemented based on careful studies of the social, religious, and cultural realities of the region, its people, its human diversity. On whether or not a careful study of the history of the campaigns of Alexander the Great, the Macedonian involvement in the area across a wide span of geography, a multitude of social, cultural, and religious differences, and a prolonged period of military involvement, whether or not a study of that might have proved very useful, and still might prove useful, in bringing our involvement there to a safe and successful conclusion. Generally, if you come here, we'll require you to study Yes, to include preparing for a job and a career, to prepare for your well-being and your economic welfare and security and that of your family and community, but we're going to also require you to prepare, to think, and behave in light of the many questions that must be answered by those who belong to a democratic society. If we want economic security, then what kind of social and political system must we have to ensure economic security? Can long-term economic security be divorced from thinking intelligently and knowledgeably about how much we want to spend on education, on law enforcement in prisons, on highways, on water development, on environmental protection, on health, and so on, and so on, and so on, and so forth? If you don't want to deal with these kinds of questions, an endless number of questions like them, in the study of science and mathematics and philosophy and religion and literature and history and political science and economics and sociology and the arts and more, if you don't want to learn to write and to think critically and to reason scientifically, then this is not the college for you. You need to go someplace else that won't make this demand in your education. Well, that's all I've got to say to you tonight by way of comments. Now comes the important stuff, huh? I would ask that Dr. Dexter Marble, Vice President for Academic Affairs, please come forward to present the graduating class.
Thank you, President Fever. Will the candidates for graduation please rise? President Fever, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the faculty of the University of Science and Arts of Oklahoma, I'm delighted to present the class of fall 2014. The faculty have devoted their best attention to the members of this class. Graduates, if during your years here, the faculty have challenged you, have mentored you, have helped you achieve beyond your expectations, here is your chance to thank this brilliant faculty. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks to the dedication of the faculty mentors, the constant efforts of a talented staff, and most of all, their own substantial labors, these students have persevered in their studies and are now ready to receive baccalaureate degrees. They have demonstrated to the satisfaction of the faculty the hallmarks of educated people: to act creatively and passionately, to write and speak clearly and persuasively, to think critically and rationally, to reason scientifically, to understand the richness of global perspectives, and to take their places as responsible citizens in our remarkable society. President Fever, on behalf of the faculty of this historic institution, I now present to you the graduating class of fall 2014 for the conferring of their degrees.
Thank you, Vice President. Acting with the authority invested in me by the Oklahoma State Regents for Higher Education and the USAO Board of Regents, and on the advice and consent of the USAO faculty, I now exercise this vested authority in conferring your degrees. Will graduating seniors please come forward to receive your diplomas?
Britton Mackenzie Brewer. Graduating summa cum laude, Chelsea Nicole Butler. Amber Nicole Cheney. Mathalamus Israel Culp. Graduating cum laude, Amanda Diane Davidson. Graduating cum laude, Krista Lee Ford. Brian Ray Glass. Graduating cum laude, Misty Dawn Hamilton. Alexis Paige Hobing. Graduating cum laude, Kendra Brooke Hollenbeck. Christopher Scott Jordan. Barbara Ann Kennedy. Addison Paige Lee. Tara Shalene Nardi. Graduating cum laude, Craig Wayne Patton. Megan Nicole Piercy. Stephen Christopher Ryan. Jacob M. Sargent. Nat Scott. Laura Renee Kraft. Jason Whitney Snodgrass. Tara Gale Still. Isaac Zion Treadaway. Graduating summa cum laude, Carla Wasson. Ted Edward Conley. Michelle Faye Holden. Vonda Elizabeth Knapp. Graduating cum laude, Aubrey Joy Van Tassel. Brittany Lee Absher. Leslie Renee Bailey. Emily Lauren Baker. Melanie Renee Bovers. Stephen Roy Brookshire. Victoria Lee Burgess. Brian Allen Byers. Tabitha Diane Cabanis. Rochelle DeLynn Carr. Felicia Leanne Craddock. Catherine Nicole Davis. Madison Elizabeth English. Graduating cum laude, Trecinda Lee Freed. Angela K. Fry. Shayla Corinne Goodson. Graduating summa cum laude, Christine Maria Hamilton. Melanie Hyatt. Graduating cum laude, Jacob James Hollenbeck. Caitlin Madeline Nicole Howard. Brian Jarvis. Graduating summa cum laude, Anisha Michelle Kirk Jackson. Alicia Lynn Lee. William Joseph Lee. Jason Brent McNamara. Tara Genevieve Parvin. Sheila K. Perez. Ashley Leanne Robertson. Brenna Madeline Nicole Robinson. Perry Sanford. Morgan Renee Scott. Taylor Bree Smith. Liana Velichkovich.
Vice President Marble, we have several special recognitions. If you would please dictate these.
Yes. Now, if I call your name, please come up to the stage and remain standing here while we give some presentations. First, graduating with a BFA from Tulsa, Aubrey Van Tassel. Graduating in elementary education from Ninnekah, Alicia Lynn Lee. Graduating in biology from Ardmore, Jacob Hollenbeck. From Chickasha, Chelsea Butler. And from Chickasha, Carla Wasson. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the recipients of the Outstanding Graduate Awards from the Division of Arts and Humanities, from the Division of Education and Speech Language Pathology, the Division of Science and Physical Education, the Division of Social Sciences and Business. I would also, And from Tulsa, I would ask Victoria Lee Burgess to come to the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, goals of higher education are both to transmit what is already known and also to discover what is yet to be known. Completion of a doctorate of philosophy, a PhD, in a particular field requires original research and presentation of the results of that research so as to advance the body of human understanding. Every one of our faculty who hold the PhD has written and defended a dissertation based upon original research. Those who complete requirements for a PhD are hooded at their respective commencement exercises. At USAO, we have a program of undergraduate research that is more rigorous than anything we have seen at any other undergraduate institution. It consists of learning research methods across the disciplines, of developing a research topic, completing the research, and presenting the results of the research in a variety of formats. It requires at least 10 hours of academic work over the course of at least a year. We have established the tradition of an undergraduate hooding for all who complete USAO's research endorsement. And we are pleased to present Victoria Lee Burgess, who has completed the research endorsement. The title of her topic is Male Perception of Female Facial Attractiveness. which I guess is a very practical area of research. Her advisor on this project was Dr. James Vaughn, who will preside over the hooding of Victoria Lee Burgess. Congratulations to all of our special recipients. Thank you very much.
I need to see a copy of that thesis. It might give me a few tips in dealing with the First Lady. Well, those of you who are sitting in the first 4 rows that have these funny looking outfits on, I'm going to make an observation to you, and that is that you're no longer seniors. You're not even graduating seniors any longer. You're now baccalaureate degree holders. Big shot baccalaureate degree holders from a big shot institution. A serious comment to you: with your baccalaureate degree, you join a rather small group, or percentage I should say, of Oklahomans who hold the baccalaureate degree, only a few more than 20%. Nationally, the average is 40%. We can't continue to fall that far behind if we're going to become a competitive state. We're going to have to work on that in higher education, and we're doing our part here. But with your degree and the skills and abilities that it represents, I ask each of you to emerge as one within the community in which you choose to work and live, to lead in the effort to improve not only your life and that of your family and friends, but to improve also the quality of life of those who are your neighbors, your fellow citizens, the fellow citizens of your community and beyond. As another early act in introducing you to your new status as a graduate and a degree holder, and now an alum of this institution, I want to begin the extended conversation with you in terms of your occupying that status. I'd like to call upon the newly installed president of the USAO Alumni Association. The Alumni Association is nearly as old as the college. It's going to celebrate, I believe, its 100th year in 2016. Representing the association tonight, he is a graduate, a 1989 graduate of USAO. He is from Irving, Texas. He would like to come to welcome you to your new status as alums, as well as to confer an honor. Please welcome Mr. Ron Carr.
Not many people have to do this after Dr. Fever. Greetings from the USAO Alumni Association. Each of you are now alumna of this fine institution. USAO has a rich history filled with alumna just like you and me, who left their mark on this university and also on the world. But just because you're moving on doesn't mean that you can't come back and continue to leave your mark on this university. Please come back and stay involved with the Alumni Association. Together we can make a mark on this university and on the world. Speaking of making your mark on the university and on the world, tonight's recipient of the Alumni Distinguished Graduate Award was named to both the USAO and Regents honor rolls and inducted into the Alpha Lambda Delta Honor Society and Pi Gamma Mu Honor Society and the Hypatia Honor Society. This person also volunteers for the Special Olympics. While at USAO, this person worked as a student assistant at the registrar's office. This person also worked as a program manager and habilitation training specialist, healthcare coordinator for the special young adults. As habilitation training specialist, this person assisted individuals with developmental disabilities and tasks required for daily living. She intends to apply a graduate position at the University of Oklahoma in the sociology department and pursue a master's in sociology and, in the future, a possible PhD. She also plans to continue volunteering in the community for Chickasha Head Start. Her dream is to one day open a safe haven for homeless families. Tonight's distinguished graduate award winner is Chickasha native Chelsea Butler.
Not everybody has to follow Ron Carr. My hearty congratulations to the outstanding division graduates, to our research endorsement recipient, and now to our Alumni Association distinguished graduate. Ladies, and I should say our thanks to the student ushers and student marshals that are listed in your program. I invite you all to a reception in the ballroom on the north end of the campus. As we close, I will ask that you join us in singing the college hymn. You will find it on the last page of your program. I ask that the audience remain in place following the college hymn until the stage party, the faculty, and the graduates have exited the auditorium. Our recessional will be performed by Dr. Dan Hansen, a USAO professor of music. Assisting with the college hymn, Dr. Jan Hansen, professor of music directing. Kendra Hollenbeck, music major graduate from Ardmore and married to the distinguished graduate in biology, Jacob Hollenbeck, and they plan to make their home in Tulsa. And Dr. Dan Hansen on the keyboard. Will you please stand for the college hymn? Oops, excuse me.
Hail, hail to thee, O noble
to thank first and foremost Dr. Casey and Dr. Hargis. Those two really brought me in, made me open my eyes, open my mind to things that I never thought I would enjoy and accomplish. Also want to thank Adam Heilman for all he's done. It makes me feel like, I don't know. It's just so welcoming and warming. Especially all the professors here on campus. Every single one of them is just fantastic. They actually care about the individual. They want the individual to succeed. So for this campus to give me what I have is just truly amazing. I want to say thanks to each and every one of you.
I just want to thank this great school. From day one, being here, there's so many great people, so many great teachers, great staff. I've met so many great friends here, and really couldn't ask for a better place to protect my education. Teachers are great. I've learned so much here, and I, of course, got to thank my family. Without them, I wouldn't be here. Great friends that have supported me along the ways, and like I said, it really is. I would recommend the school to anybody if you want 4 years of good education and a lot of good experiences.
I'd like to say thank you to Nancy Osborne for encouraging me to keep going on and not giving up, and always having my back no matter what, when I was stressed or just down. And then I would love to thank my mother for also doing the same thing. I always thought I couldn't make it through college, and because of her, I knew I could, because she was always there to always cheer me up and tell me to just keep fighting.
I want to thank my grandma and grandpa because they have been awesome supporters throughout my high school and on. They're great grandparents to me and great great-grandparents to my kids. And I want to thank my husband for letting me just be a student and not have to work. I want to thank, of course, my mom and dad, because I wouldn't be here without them, and all of the professors in the education department.
I'd like to thank my parents because they supported me through this whole process. This is actually my 7th year in college, and they've been here through everything. And also, I would love to thank all the instructors in the art department. They were so encouraging and just like pushed me through everything. They were just, telling me what I did wrong when I did something wrong, and tell me how to fix it. Everybody here is so amazing.
I'd like to thank first off my parents for always pushing me to do the best I can and make me get through the 4 years of college. And I'd also like to thank all my coaches, especially here at USAO, Coach Hampton, Lexi, Orsi, Hubbard. All of them, they've pushed me to be who best I can be and who I turned out to today. Again, I'd like to thank my family for always pushing me and supporting me in everything I do.
I would like to thank my family and my friends, and also my coaches and all of the faculty here at USAO for always supporting me and helping me get through all of this.
Sure. I want to say thank you to my boyfriend Drew and my parents and his parents and everyone that supported me through all of this.
I can thank all my professors. All your support has helped over the years, especially Dr. Dan Hansen. You're amazing. Thank you for all my family and all your support. Appreciate it.
I'd just like to thank my my close friends and family as far as for praying for me throughout school. It's been a good journey and everything. And I also like to thank my advisor, Dr. Crow, and some other professors that helped me get along the way, Dr. Simpson, Dr. Fink, a few others as well that I had. I'd just like to thank y'all for helping me through classes, especially Dr. Simpson with senior sim and other stuff like that. And being from the first to graduate with a bachelor's from my immediate family, I especially just like to thank my parents for the encouragement to get through school and helping me out wherever they can, and I think that's it.
Thank you to my coaches, my teachers for helping me celebrate this special day. Love y'all.
Thank you to my parents, my coaches, and my professors who helped me get to this point.
I want to thank my mother, my children, my husband, all the professors that have been so helpful and wonderful, and the friends that have all helped for me to be here.
I want to thank my family and my friends and my amazing professors, especially the art faculty.
I want to thank my mom and my family. I appreciate everything you've done for me, and I love you all.
I'd just like to thank me mum and dad, a lot of close friends back home, a lot of family back home, my best friend Pete Lizard back home, a lot of my coaches, they obviously were a big help to me, and obviously all the lads out here. All right, thank you.
Of course, my family, my friends and my coworkers, but more specifically, Dr. Simpson for senior seminar gave me super guidance, and that is something I will carry for a long time.